Hi, I'm Dana Caslow, mechanic for Rockstar Energy, Husqvarna Factory Racing Team. And today we're going to show you how to use the new RK chain cutting press fit rivet tool, UCT2100 The UCT2100 can cut 420, 428, 520, 525, 530, and 532 sealed and non-sealed chains. Before using the RK chain tool, make sure you use protective gear such as the safety glasses or face guard and anti-slip gloves, and make sure to read the tool instructions first. You'll also need a 14mm, a 17mm wrench, and a pair of thin nose pliers. More than likely you'll need to cut the chain to the length of your specific bike gearing. An important note: if you're cutting a new chain to length, be sure to remove the chain pin that will leave you with the inner side plates as the end of the chain. A connecting link can only be installed onto the inner side plates. Always install new sprockets when replacing a chain. Using old sprockets on the new chain or vice versa can reduce the life of the chain and sprockets. The first step is to locate the connecting link on your old chain. If the connecting link is a clip, take a pair of pliers and slide off the clip plate. We'll cover how to cut the chain if it's connected by a rivet link later in the video. Do not remove the chain at this point. We'll use it to help install a new chain for measuring. Using the old connecting link, temporarily attach one end of the old chain to the end of the new chain. Then pull the old chain through the case. Once you've pulled the old chain off the sprockets, you'll have the new chain ready to measure for cutting. Make sure the wheel adjusters are loose so you can make your adjustments easily. Check your owner's manual for the OE recommended tightness of your chain. Now that we've measured the chain, we're ready to start cutting the chain. This is also the process that you'll use to remove your old chain if it's connected by a rivet link. By default, the cutting pin assembly will be assembled in the kit, but if it is disassembled to replace parts, you'll need to assemble it. First, slide the cutting pin holder onto the cutting pin. Thread the cutting pin holder into the small pressure bolt PBS210. Insert the chain cutting tailpiece TPC210 into the opposite side of the tool body. Thread the large pressure bolt PBL220 into the tool body TB2100. Position the chain to be cut between the hole in the end of the large pressure bolt and the hole in the tailpiece. Using a 17mm wrench, tighten the large pressure bolt so that the chain is held firmly in place and centered in the pin. If the large pressure bolt is not seated directly on the chain, the cutting pin can break and damage your chain. Thread the cutting pin assembly into the large pressure bolt. Using a 14mm wrench, turn the small pressure bolt PBS210 until the chain pin is pushed completely through the side plates. The first few turns will be very hard as the quad stake riveted edges on the chain pin are pushed through the side plate. If it seems exceptionally hard, check the alignment of the chain pin with the hole in the end of the large pressure bolt and cutting tailpiece and try again. Now that we have the chain cut length for our gearing, we'll install the connecting link. For the first example, we'll show you how to use the clip type connecting link. New RK chain connecting link bags contain a small bag of grease. Make sure you apply the grease to all components of the connecting links, including the pins. If the chain is sealed, which means it contains O-rings, put one greased O-ring over each connecting link pin. Slide the pins through the two ends of the chain from the back to connect the chain near the bottom of the rear sprocket. If applicable, put the other two greased O-rings over each pin on the other side of the chain. Plate holder selection is one of the new features of the UCT2100 tool. Use the PH500JP to press fit clip and rivet side plates for the 520, 525, 530, 532. To press fit 428 chains, use the PH428, which is sold separately. Unscrew the post and plate holder PH500JP to switch between clip and rivet position. Insert the correct plate holder into the large pressure bolt hole and position the connecting link side plate into the plate holder. Important: RK recommends using rivet type connecting links whenever possible for the most secure connection. Installing the clip. Using thin nose pliers, snap clip into pin grooves with close end of the clip facing rotation direction of the chain. Warning: make sure the clip is properly tension seated in the groove of the pins. If the clip is loose, adjust the side plate up the pins with the pliers until it is snug against the clip. Never reuse an old connecting link. After installing the clip or rivet, inspect the connected links to make sure there are no links that are bound or stiff. Now I'll show how to install a rivet type connecting link. Once the link is pressed, thread the large pressure bolt into the tool body. Once threaded partially into the tool, insert flare pin FP500 JP into the large pressure bolt. Insert tailpiece TPP220 into hole in tool wall opposite of the large pressure bolt. What's great about the new UCT2100 chain tool is that the new flare pin will only allow you to flare the pin to a set depth and width, reducing the chances of binding or over flaring the pin. Align the flare pin with the hole in the end of the connecting link pin. Make sure the other end of the connecting link pin is seated to the tailpiece. Use a 17mm wrench to tighten the large pressure bolt until the pinhole is flared out sufficiently to keep the side plate from coming off. The flare pin will correctly flare the rivet to the correct depth and width. Repeat this procedure for the second pin. Tighten the large pressure bolt only until firm resistance is felt. Then loosen the large pressure bolt and inspect the connecting link pin to see if it's complete. Tighten the large pressure bolt only until firm resistance is felt. Then loosen the large pressure bolt and inspect the connecting link for complete, even flaring. Do not over tighten the bolt. You may bend or damage the link pins or bind the link entirely. A pronounced, even flare will securely connect the chain links together. After installing the clip or rivet, inspect the connected links to make sure there are no links that are bound or stiff. Once your chain is properly adjusted according to your OE specs and your axle is tight, make sure that your chain and sprockets are aligned properly. If you have any questions on how to use the RK chain tool UCT2100, contact us via our website. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.